is Jennifer here. Welcome back to another video. This is my weigh-in update video and weekly chat today. And I also have Maya in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see her in the camera much or not, but she is in here with me as well. But anyway, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am 46 years old. I've been doing the WW plan since September of 2019, and I have lost about 67 pounds. And, you know, it's been a pretty good journey so far. I feel like I've kind of gotten, you know, a good handle on a good routine for myself, and just really like to share that with all of y'all and try to, you know, help everybody out and give y'all some good tips and ideas and stuff like that. So anyway, if you are new here and this is the first time that you're seeing my face, go ahead if you like this video and click that subscribe button down below and like the video, and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any time that I upload, because I typically upload 3 times per week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Sundays is my schedule right now. But anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to go over is my weight loss this week, which I actually did not have a weight loss this week. I actually had a gain, and I do have to pull my app up because y'all know I can't ever remember exactly what my weight was. So I gained 0.8 of a pound this week. So last week I weighed 144.4, and then this week I weighed 145.2. So I wasn't really surprised by that, because I've actually had pretty good losses the past 3 weeks, and so typically my body will kind of plateau, you know, after 2 or 3 weeks. And you know, I just kind of feel like that's what I did this week. I pretty much stayed close to the same all week, and I knew that it wasn't really going to go down. I was expecting to be up a little bit or about the same weight. So almost a pound up, 0.8 of a pound. So that puts me at a total of 66.8. So I'm still rounding it up to 67 pounds. So, you know, things like that happen. And that's one thing that I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of people feel like they work their asses off all week, you know, just to put it bluntly, working out every day, eating properly, following the points. I see people posting all the time how frustrated they are because they followed the plan 100% and then get on the scale and either see no results or see a gain. That is something that is kind of hard to overcome. And I weigh myself daily so that I'm not surprised come the end of the week whenever it's time for my weigh-in. I kind of know pretty much what to expect, and I expect to have those gains here and there. I plateaued back in March to May, like for 3 months. I stayed like in the mid 170s and wasn't sure if I was ever going to get out of it. And it wasn't until I really increased my cardio, specifically on the treadmill, to walking for 1 full hour at a very fast pace, that I kind of broke through that plateau. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that, but that's what kind of worked for me. And that was a suggestion from somebody else that I had seen on Instagram. And you know, they say that you don't really start that fat burning process until after that 30-minute mark. And I was just walking for 30 minutes on the treadmill at the time, and really not as fast of a pace as I could. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and move up to that hour. And now, I mean, I'm really walking as fast as I can, almost running. But I'm not a runner. I'm not going to be a runner. So I'm just going to stay walking at my very brisk pace that I walk every day. But anyway, I just want everybody to know that plateaus are normal. Sometimes it takes a long time to get through them. But the thing that you don't want to do is to stop and backslide and start putting the weight back on just because that scale is not moving. Just because that scale is not moving does not mean that your body is not changing. I think that progress pictures is a good thing that people should do. I know that a lot of people don't like to take pictures of themselves, but you can take selfies. There's like a little stand that I have, and I will try to link it in my Amazon store. I just now thought about it because it was like $25, and it comes with a little remote. Like if you're embarrassed for somebody to take pictures of yourself, you can put your phone on that and you can take your own pictures. And I think that it's a good idea to take progress pictures daily or weekly, or however often that you want to, at least weekly. I know some people who are following 75 Hard. If you haven't heard of that, that's the concept of that Andy Frisella came up with. I have debated on doing 75 Hard. It's just a few things that you have to do. I'm not really going to go into detail about that since I'm not currently doing that. But anyway, one of his things is to take a progress picture every day, because sometimes those pictures can mean so much more than that number on the scale. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say to everybody, was just don't stop. Try to keep pushing forward. Try to stay consistent. Try to stay disciplined. And eventually that weight will come off. You really just have to see it as a lifestyle change. You really just have to stay with it. You really just have to not quit, because that's what causes that yo-yo dieting. I know, I've done it my whole life. I have gained and lost over thousands of pounds over my lifetime. I have pretty much been on a diet since I was 8 years old, and I've done every one of them. I've had weight loss surgery. You know, I kept that off for a long time until I went through a really bad period in my life, and then I let myself slip because I was in a deep depression and I didn't care. And I really had to work hard to kind of pull myself out of that, to pull my mind out of that, to kind of get my mind back right again, to where I could focus on myself, I could focus on my health again. And I know that you can do it too. I know that sometimes people get into a dark place. You feel like you're never going to move forward, you're never going to accomplish your goals, and you might feel like you failed at something. But try to see those failures as opportunities to learn and to grow and to do better. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that, I guess. But I just want to encourage people not to give up, not to quit. You are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it to yourself. Your health is worth it. Your mindset is worth it. Just keep going. I know that it is hard if that scale is not moving, but that scale is not the only determination of success. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. I weigh myself every day. I look at that number every day, but I just try to see it as data. Maybe that's that accountant in me. I don't know. It's just a number. It really doesn't mean that much. Unless it's something that's just crazy out of whack, then I really don't worry about it too much. I do have a goal weight that I need to meet, you know, to become a lifetime member of Weight Watchers. But honestly, if I stayed exactly the way that I am right now forever, I would be happy with that. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about one topic today. Other than that, well, first of all, let me do kind of a meal prep review. So you would have just seen my meal prep video of the Parmesan chicken cutlets that I cooked in the Ninja Foodie with the quinoa and the vegetables. And let me tell y'all, that meal was so good. It was so filling, but it was extremely delicious. That Ninja Foodie cooked that chicken perfectly. We could not hardly eat all of the food. I made way too many vegetables, first of all. I could only eat about half of the vegetables. I tried to eat most of the chicken. What I didn't eat, the dogs ended up eating. They were happy to get it. And then, of course, the quinoa, it's always perfect. If you put that chicken broth in there, it gives it just enough flavor. But I would definitely try that meal, because I think it was, 6 points or something like that. 1 point for the chicken, 5 points for the quinoa, and the vegetables were 0. And we were so full, like most nights, I couldn't hardly even eat like my cookies or anything for dessert afterwards, because I was full. My husband was the same way. And then the other meal was, what was the other meal? I done forgot. Oh, the taco bowls. So the other meal was taco bowls, which those are always a winner in our house. We love those. Easy to throw together. And it's always fun, you know, to eat those. They're low in points. I mean, if you add extra items to them like sour cream, guacamole, stuff like that, then you always need to account for those points. But just the way that I make my turkey taco meat, that is 2 points in itself. The black beans are 0 and the corn is 0. I put it on lettuce. I use some of the non-fat Greek yogurt, which is 0 points. I do like to add some guacamole, which is usually 2 points worth, and then some Taco Bell hot sauce on there, a little bit of salsa, all that's 0 points, and then I bake Tostitos with it. So that's a super filling meal too. Both of those meals filled us up this week. Anyway, I would highly suggest those. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below, but that was a great meal prep this week. And so my topic that I really wanted to talk about today was just 5 daily habits that help me be successful. And I do have a notebook here. I had to write them down because my brain, I forget, and then I kind of get off track. I start talking about something else completely. So forgive me for that. But anyway, my number one tip is to get up early. And I know that a lot of people don't want to get up early. I personally get up at 3:30. I get up early. I have a little bit of time to myself. I drink a cup of coffee. I do my Bible reading every morning. And once I finish that, then I put on my tennis shoes and I get my butt upstairs and work out. And I feel like just getting up early and getting both of those things done, you know, reading the Bible before I even check my phone or anything. I try not to check any of the social media or do any of that stuff. I just try to do my reading and then go upstairs and get on the treadmill and get my workout done. And then it's basically an hour on the treadmill and then 30 minutes of other exercises, which this week I will be doing 100 burpees. My girl Daniela, I'm making it to 100 burpees this week. I don't like them. I hate them. But I'm going to do it because last week was 90 burpees. This week is 100 burpees. I probably will not be able to do them every day. I will say that the burpees are hard on my body. And last week, I think I only ended up doing 3 out of 5 days of burpees. And so we'll see this week if I can do 3 out of 5 days at 100 burpees. But that's a lot. And so after I finish this week, you know, it is nice knowing that I challenged myself to build up to be able to do 100 burpees. But that is not something that I could do every day of my life. So I don't know. I'm going to try to think about changing up my workout a little bit after this week, after I complete my 100 burpee challenge to myself, and then see where, you know, what I want to do. I really want to try to get a bench so that I can do, you know, some more weight stuff that I want to do, because I really want to start focusing on building muscle. But anyway, that's my number one tip, is to get up early. People always say they don't have time. Make time. I am a little bit sleep deprived, but it's worth it, and I kind of make up for it on the weekends. My second tip is to practice self-discipline. And this kind of goes along with getting up early, but I used to never really be a self-disciplined person. I just, you know, if I wanted to be lazy, I was lazy. If I didn't want to do something, I didn't do it, whatever. But now I really try to focus on practicing self-discipline, on doing things that I don't want to do. Because one thing that most people do that they don't want to do is they get up and they go to work. You don't necessarily want to, but you do it because you have to. So in my personal life, I've tried to take that idea and apply it. I never used to be one to make my bed up, but I decided last year that I was going to make my bed up every day as a form of self-discipline. And so I force myself to do that every morning before I leave the house. I make sure that the bed is made up. I pack my lunch at night. I don't necessarily want to because I'm tired whenever I come home. I work long hours. I want to sit down, I want to watch TV, edit my videos or whatever, and then before bed I have to pack my lunch, wash my face, get ready for bed, do all of that stuff. And I do it not necessarily because I want to, but because I need to for success. Getting up early, that's another form of self-discipline. And then working out because I need to, not because I want to, not because I'm motivated, because that motivation is not always there. Motivation will let you down every time. So focus on discipline more than motivation. If you're sitting there looking for something or somebody to motivate you, you're not going to find it. You just have to force yourself to get up and do it. And then another self-discipline that I do on Sundays, I do my meal prep, and I also do all of my laundry on Sundays so that it is ready for the week, all of my clothes. So Sunday has been laundry day for me for several years. I started that a few years ago, and that really just helps me. I have all of my clothes clean for the week, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. My third tip, and all of these are they kind of go along together, is to be prepared. And specifically to be prepared with your food so that you can be successful with your weight loss journey. I plan my meals, like during the week, I'm already thinking about what I might want to eat for next week. Specifically the 2 meals that I meal prep for our dinners, because that's kind of the way that we've been doing this for the past year and a half, way before I started a YouTube channel. So I try to think about what I'm going to have for dinner for the next week and what groceries I'm going to need. And ever since COVID, we've pretty much been ordering our groceries online. Although since I started a YouTube channel, I kind of prefer it that way. Then, you know, it's less work because it's time consuming to go to the grocery store yourself, stand in line, all of that stuff. It's easier just to order it on my phone, on an app. I can start the order early and then just kind of wrap it up on Friday. I usually like to pick my groceries up on Saturdays. And then, of course, we film our grocery hauls. And so that's kind of a job in itself, setting it up and all of that stuff and doing the filming. More importantly, it is to be prepared. I want to have the foods that I like. I want to have the foods that I know that are going to keep me satiated. I want to have the snacks that I know that I need. And items that I need for my Sunday meal prep, because if I don't have those things, then I know that I'm going to go off track. If I came home and just didn't have my dinner already prepared, we're so used to eating this way, we'd be like, oh, what are we going to eat? What are we going to do? Let's order food, let's pick up Moe's or something. So we just try to save that for that one day on the weekend. But anyway, be prepared. Set yourself up for success. And so number 4 is I set goals and kind of high expectations for myself. Whether or not I meet those goals doesn't really matter, but in my mind is always kind of going and always trying to think, what I need to do to be better, to do better, to be a better person, to be a better version of myself, to help y'all, to do better on my weight loss journey, to be a better representation of, what health should be for a 46-year-old woman. I think about these things all of the time. One thing that I've talked about before is mental health. And I do try to work on my mental health a lot. I try to keep my mind strong. I try to keep my mind clear, because I have been in a deep depression. I've been in a really deep depression for many years until I finally pulled myself out of it. And I never want to get back to that place. So I try to keep my mind strong. I have my moments. I have my breakdowns here and there where I can feel it. There's always going to be those cracks in the wall, I guess. But overall, it is mended. And I'm in a really good place, and I want to stay there. I want to keep working on my spiritual health. That we go to church on the weekends. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I do try. And I do try to read my Bible every day and try to have that little bit of time with God every morning before I start my day. And I do think that it helps. And then I also want to work on my physical health. Obviously, that's mostly what I've been talking about. And then I also want to do a good job at my real job. My job is an accountant. I want to go there and be able to give 100%. And sometimes it is a really demanding job, and it can be long, stressful hours. And then this year, in 2020, I decided to start a YouTube channel. And let me tell you, I love this YouTube channel. I can see in my mind growing in the future. And I finally just hit the level to be able to get monetized on YouTube. I'm sure that y'all have noticed the ads and stuff on my videos. I hope that y'all still love me. I hope that you still watch. Don't click out just because of the ads, because it is a lot of work. I pretty much work all day, every day, even on the weekends, because I do most of my filming on the weekends, and during the week I'm editing. I edit at my lunch break at work. I always take my laptop to work with me. I edit whenever I get home at night, and edit on the weekends too, trying to get the videos up in time to try to stick to my schedule. That's one reason I set a schedule, because I do better doing things by schedule. So anyway, again, just set goals, set high expectations for yourself, not unachievable things, but just something that you want to make happen in your life, and just go for it. I was scared to death to start a YouTube channel, and I'm so glad that I did. I've met so many people, and so many people through my Instagram. But anyway, I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk. So the 5th thing is also to have a little fun. And it probably seems like I'm really disciplined and I don't really have a lot of fun or whatever, but I do on Saturdays. Saturday is my fun day. We do film and stuff, but I do my shopping, which of course y'all know I love. I like to take a nap on Saturday. I know that's kind of crazy for that to be a goal, but I'm sleep deprived during the week, and I want my 2-hour nap on Saturday afternoon. We usually try to go to church on Saturday nights. There's a 5 p.m. service at my church. Otherwise, we will watch it online if we can't make it to that service. And then we always usually go out to eat on Saturday nights, and I pretty much use all of my weekly points. Like last weekend, we went to the Chop House. I probably ate a whole loaf of bread, as much butter as I wanted. I did get a grilled chicken salad, but I also had real honey mustard dressing on it. There was cheese on it. There was bacon on it. It was delicious. And I had a nice big glass of wine. The wine and the bread is the main reason that I like to go to the Chop House. I know that sounds dumb, but the meal's really not that important to me. I want the wine and the bread. So, yeah, so try to have a little fun, try to relax a little bit, and, just go with the flow. So those are my 5 tips that I feel help me be successful, or at least strive for success. I don't know if I want to call myself successful yet. I know that I've lost quite a bit of weight, but you never know what tomorrow's going to hold. So anyway, I always am striving to be a better version of myself every day than I was the day before, and you can too. But I'm going to wrap it up there. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love it whenever y'all comment on my videos. I like to talk with you. I try to make sure that I comment back and forth with everybody. Sometimes it might take me a little while to get to it, but I do see and read all of the comments and love y'all and want to communicate with you. I love meeting new people. I love the fact that I have a connection with people all over the world, and I do really appreciate y'all, and I just want y'all to know that, and that's really coming from my heart. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I know that you're tired of hearing me talk at this point, so if you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.